Hey, beautiful people. I hope everyone is having a blessed day. Yes, I do. Today is Friday, you all, and I thought it was actually Thursday until G reminded me. But anyway, what I have today are juicy, two juicy lobster tails baked. Yes. And some tonkatsu ramen bone broth mixed with the hot, what is it? I think it's a hot chicken flavor or 2 times spicy or something. Yeah, I know I should know the name of it, but I have my bag in there. So anyway, the package in there. So with some ramen and another lobster tail. How you like me now? Hey, and y'all should check out some jammer grapes. These grapes are awesome. Seedless. They're awesome. And of course I have my Dasani water and my Canada Dry ginger ale bold. It has no caffeine. Yeah. Y'all, I'm going to say my grace. I'm going to get it in. And we're going to talk. Well, I'm going to talk. Actually, I like to do a little quick review on the Real Housewives of Potomac. So anyway, let me go ahead and say my grace. Amen. Y'all, when I say this smells good, it looks good, and I know it tastes good because moi, right here, I cooked this. Ooh wee! And I was taught how to bake this lobster tail to make it just right by watching Trap Kitchen. The brothers, they are chefs at Trap's Kitchen. I have a video in which I made a seafood pineapple bowl, courtesy of their recipe. So anyway, let's go ahead and get it in. And you know, it would be a sin to eat Asian food with a fork. And what I did is I put a few little shredded pieces of mozzarella cheese and a little bit of cheddar, just a little bit, like to top it off on top there. And I have some sweet peppers, orange, yellow, and red peppers. Look at that. Y'all tell me that don't look good. Y'all tell me that don't look good. Oh! Yes! Leeks. And I'm about to take the first bite. But before I do that, let's see if I can get a thumbnail. Y'all, now the red powder pack that's in there, it's got a lot of sodium. I use maybe a quarter of that. But the liquid, I use all of it. And it's a little spicy. So it must be the spicy noodles that I got. Let me move you out the way, sir. Ooh, la la la. Look at that. You know, I've been watching The Real Housewives of Potomac. I watch all of those shows. And you know that I'm not a reaction channel. But since I've been rocking with them since day one, I think I have a little say-so in what happened with the fight between Monique and Candace. Meaning I can surely give my opinion. Okay? Because I like that show. And I liked it from the very first beginning. Or from the very beginning when I first started watching it. Real Housewives of Potomac. Now my favorite one was Giselle. It was Giselle for quite some time. And I always thought that, you know, she just had some class and self-esteem and all these things about herself. I'm not going to even comment on about how I feel about each one of the ladies or anything, because I would like to just comment on the fight. Oh, with inaki mushrooms. Those little skinny mushrooms with the little buttons on the top. Inaki mushrooms, y'all. Yeah, I know where I got these lobsters from, don't you? I know it's dripping on my chin. Hold on. Publix. So, let's talk about it. In the criminal justice world, they have what they call, when you're going in to do a complaint or whatever. Well, in law, I'm just going to say it. They have what they call, look at that, clean hands. Meaning, say if you're going to tell on someone, are your hands clean? What did you do to provoke, if at all, or to cause the altercation? In other words, are your hands clean too? Or are you just telling on the next person? That's good, y'all. Well, Joan, I became a trash can over here, but that's okay. It's like, do you have clean hands? Okay, so with the Real Housewives of Potomac, this is the only, this is one of the comments I want to make on that fight. First of all, I cannot tell anyone what they should or shouldn't be doing. Because I myself, when I was younger, I used to have a bad temper. I mean bad. It was like, if you messing with me now, as long as you don't put your hands on me, I never put my hands on anyone that didn't put their hands on me first. And so, but With that said, I understand how the temperament can be, how a person's temperament can be. But one thing that others need to realize, or that people need to realize, is everyone is not from the same place. Everyone did not. Some people grew up exposed to certain things, you know, maybe drive-by shootings, life, okay? And others may have grew up sheltered. And first of all, it's important to understand that. Wow, y'all. Now, I saw that there was a lot of antagonizing going on, meaning Monique kept flipping Candy's hair back and forth, or just flipping her hair. She touched her. That's the main thing, that she put her hands on her. But I also do understand you cannot go around antagonizing people and not expect for them to respond in a negative way. However, what I disagree with is when Candace went to her counselor and he asked her, I'm kind of ad-libbing, he asked her, well, you know, did you do anything, what did you, pretty much asking her, did she do anything to contribute to it? And she's acting really she's really acting like, you know, she's just a pure victim. And with that, when she's been saying, going around saying, you know, how dangerous Monique is, let me tell you something. For those of you all who don't know, that's how we were pitted against amongst another race, okay? When we label each other as black people, when we label each other as dangerous and out of control, she didn't feel, I'm not going to say that she didn't feel, but when you label someone as dangerous, when you labeling us as dangerous and out of control, that's what they've done to us. That's what they that's what they have done to our culture for many years. So to say, oh, she is a danger and this and that, that's not cool, you know. And that's basically what I wanted to talk about, is that is not cool, you know, because you spin a narrative like that, something that we've been trying to get rid of for years. You know, that the black woman is angry and she can't get along and all this. And another thing I wanted to talk about is, along the lines of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, is forgiveness. Forgiveness. You know, how many of us have not lost our temper? How many of you have never lost your temper to where you got yourself in a situation like Candace? I mean Monique. Well, I have lost my temper before. is baked perfectly. Perfectly. If I was out, I wouldn't be eating it with my hands. But hey, I'm at home. Mm-mm. Uh-oh. Forgiveness. It's very, I know it can be difficult to do. But even if you don't forgive that person, even if the other ladies that's against Monique don't forgive her, I think it'd be good if they just try to understand where she was coming from. Because I believe, and I don't know, but I believe that when Monique was set, one of the things that set the ladies off is because she didn't want to apologize. Everything was still fresh, I believe, so when it's still fresh like that, I can respect Monique's honesty in saying, hey, no, she's not feeling that right now. With you, the last thing on my mind would be trying to apologize. But like I said, it was just, not so much as a review of the Real Housewives of Potomac, but I just wanted to touch a few bases on there. Just saying, just talking about forgiveness and stuff, because how many of us have not had to forgive someone, you know? And some people you know, you may have forgiven, and some people you may not have forgiven. But I'm gonna tell you, when you hold on to hatred and disdain for someone, it does nothing but eats you up inside. Mmm. 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 Y'all better go get y'all lobster tail. And and I'm gonna tell you something else. When they kept saying that's not what we're known for, we haven't had no fights on here, and this is not what this channel is about. Talking about their brand. Who is it? TLC. Who are they with? TLC, VH1, whichever brand they're with. I believe that if they felt their way about their brand, they would not have shown Monique bleeding from the mouth. Now, like I said, I've watched all of those Real Housewives, and I've watched them since day one when they started. And they may have gotten into fights and stuff like that, but they may have gotten into, I've watched all of them, they may have gotten into fights and stuff like that, but I've never seen blood drawn. So if your brand, if you feel like you needed to protect your brand so much, why did you show Monique's mouth bleeding like that? I was shocked. And I'm going to tell you something too. Something else. All money ain't good money. All money ain't good money, and all money is not worth when you have to go through heartache and headache and pain for it. It's just not. But I just wanted to say that about the Real Housewives of Potomac. For one, I believe that Candace should have her, she should look at her hands and make sure that her hands are not dirty as well. And also spinning the narrative about someone being, don't label someone with, oh, they are danger and this and that, because society already think that we as black women, we're bitter, we are danger, we're combative and all these things. So, don't put that out there, to label that woman like that. And sometimes when you have a whole lot of people, and I want to say kudos to Karen, because she handled it like a grown woman, and she did not allow, and that's what you do. You handle it like a grown woman instead of taking sides. Like, okay, well, that's my friend, so, I'm going to take a... No, that's not what you do. You handle it and you facilitate it just like Karen was doing. And I'm glad that she did not give in to Robin, and Giselle. And first, you would have to, if you were going to give me any kind of advice, you have to have your stuff together first. If you're going to give me any kind of advice on relationships, marriage, whatever, on life, you're going to have your stuff together before you can talk to me. Period. Because bless Giselle's father's heart, he just wants what's best for his daughter. He wants his daughter to be happy. And you know what, guys? That reminded me so much of my dad when they were in the restaurant, and she was telling her dad that, hey, we're trying to put the family back together, and told Jamal, well, my dad says that, he's okay with it and this and that. The dad wasn't okay with it. The dad just wants to see you happy. That's what we as parents want, is to see our kids happy. That gentleman, he lost his appetite. He excused himself from the table, and you can hear him on the hot mic saying, he don't approve of that. He does not approve of, because this man has 6, 7 baby mamas. This is from the older Giselle's father. He has 6 or 7 baby mamas. But he does not want that for his child. Can you blame him? I wouldn't want it for mine. I'm not going to do too much of the juice, y'all. Just a couple of spoons. Heart Warriors. But it is good. And this one, I'm going to save for later. But yes, he was not pleased. He was not pleased at all. He does not want that for his daughter. And you're raising, if you're raising daughters, I have 2. If you're raising daughters, those are things you have to be careful of. Be careful of what you show your daughters. Be careful what you show your children, period, but be careful what you show your daughters. And in closing on this video, I just want to tell y'all this is my birthday weekend, pre-birthday weekend, right, brother? Tuesday is my birthday, and I gotta tell y'all that God has been so good to me. He's been so good to me because I've been through a lot medically, but I have to be honest and say He built me up even better than I ever was before. And for that, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. Because if it was not for God's grace and mercy, I would not be sitting here today talking to you all. I probably would have been gone in 2012. So, and I want to thank you all for rocking with me. It means a lot to me. Now, let's get those subscribers up along with those views so that I can get monetized. And if you're new to my channel, I want to let you know that me getting monetized is not so much for me as it is for my viewers and for my community. Because God has truly, truly blessed me. Because when I say that I know what it's like to go hungry, I know what it's like to go hungry. I know what it's like to not be able to pay your bills or to choose between bills and food. You know, I know what it's like to get a car repoed, you know. And as I told you earlier in my earlier videos, I am approaching another decade in my life. That's how juicy they are. And I had to call a childhood friend of mine yesterday. A male childhood friend of mine who's known me since I was 12 years old. So I called my oldest daughter's uncle because we're the same age. And just to let him, tell him how I was feeling and everything, and what a blessing it is to reach this age. Because we always say, growing up in Gary, Indiana, if you can grow up there, you can make it anywhere in this world. Wherever they drop you off, you can make it. Because I came in, I came up doing drive-bys and drug dealers and gang banging, and so all this right here is nothing new. But as I approach another decade in my life, it's all about just living my life the best way that I know how, and to what brings me joy. And so that's what I do. So that's why I'm saying that I can't wait to get monetized, because I have so many love gifts and things to bring to my viewers and my subscribers. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. And let me know if it's something that you want to see me do on my channel, you want to see me eat on my channel, or whatever that you would like to see. You know, just comment down below. Hit me up. And you can hit me up on flawedbeautifully13 at gmail.com. So hit me up there. All right. Thank you all. You all are a blessing to me, and like I said, I'm so very blessed, and that's why I like to bless others. Excuse me, and pay it forward. Speaking of paying it, not paying it forward, but before I go, I just gotta quickly tell you all, I made up a Rhop song. Oh yes, it's not what you think though. But I made up a Rhop song, and you all just bear with me. I'm going to be presenting it. I'm gonna try to present it this weekend. But I cannot play any sound and stuff like that in there because, copyright claims, copyright strikes or anything like that. And just remember that it's just me doing this. So, I have to make sure that I'm monitoring, my YouTube stuff, my YouTube channel, all these things, as well as I do my setting, I do, the food, everything, my editing, all of that. So just bear with me. But, yeah, I wrote down my Rhop song, and I just got to put everything, a little visual together so I can present it to you all. And I'm going to need y'all to give me some thumbs up on that video. I need y'all to be sharing it and everything. Because I'm putting myself out there. But anyway, I hope you all have a blessed day. Remember, wherever you are on Tuesday, just stop for a second and just say, happy birthday to Flawed Beautifully, alright? And I thank you all so very much for watching, because I will be also this weekend having my birthday backdrop. My birthday backdrop, a crown, maybe my crown and everything, who knows. But thank you all for watching. Keep rocking with me. I promise you, you won't regret it. And for some simple yet delicious meals, check out Precious Kitchen.